getting what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
This is the Checka Pro Radio Show, sponsored by CheckaPro.com. To find pre-qualified local service providers, click on CheckaPro.com. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Jim Klauck.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well this weekend. I am Checka Pro Joe, Jim Klauck here. Hey, I've been doing this for over 20 years here in Houston, right here on KSEV, AM 700, the voice of Texas. Love doing what I do. It is such an honor to be able to be on the air here at the radio station and talk to you, not just as listeners, but as my neighbors, fellow Houstonians. And, you know, I've lived all over Houston, Katy and the Woodlands. I currently have a small ranch out in Magnolia. And I just love helping you find pre-qualified home service providers. Today, I get to talk about something I love talking about, which is saving you money and getting you more comfortable in your home. I've talked about this before. It has to do with your attic and your roof. How are those two similar? Well, here's the relationship between the attic and the roof. A healthy attic not only saves you money on your electric bill, it'll keep your HVAC system working longer. It'll keep your whole house more comfortable and healthier, but also your roof. The roof decking, which is where the shingles get attached to. And the shingles themselves will last a whole lot longer if your attic is properly ventilated. And you've heard me talk about ventilation before. We're going to be talking about that 30-watt solar attic fan today here on the show to extend the life of your roof, save you money on your electric bill today, save you money on future costs of your air conditioning system, the wear and tear in the future. In other words, you could go longer with your AC system without having to replace it. You can go longer without repairs. I wouldn't go longer, though, without maintenance. That's a whole nother story. You've got to do maintenance on a regular basis with everything in your home. Carlos from Sugar Roofing normally joins me here on the show. He's been so busy lately going out to homes of my listeners to give them a free attic inspection and roof inspection. And we're going to be talking about that today. He's giving away all kinds of free stuff from Sugar Roofing. He's going to be giving away an attic stairway insulator, the Draft Master. I've got one of these in my home. You install these in the space between your air-conditioned space and the attic. So I've got a pull-down ladder. That's where mine goes. I actually have 3 attics in my home. 2 of them are these little doors I have to crawl into. I have the Draft Master there as well. This is a $300 item, the Draft Master, that Carlos is giving away absolutely free from Sugar Roofing right here on the Checka Pro Radio Show. I'm going to be giving out his number momentarily, but in the meantime, I'm going to cover everything that I want you to understand today in a concise way. And I'll be repeating this throughout the show for those of you who tune out and tune back in, and for those of you who aren't listening yet. So the 30-watt solar attic fan is only $1,500. This has a lifetime warranty, though, so I'll make it clear. You only have to pay the $1,500 once. It's going to pull that hot, humid air out of your attic. It is going to extend the life of your air conditioning system, of your insulation, because it won't be as wet and soggy from humidity. It's going to save you money on your electric bills today. So will that free Draft Master, by the way. Extend the decking on your roof. Extend the shingles on your roof. This is phenomenal. You're going to get a free attic inspection and a free roof inspection from my friend Carlos over at Sugar Roofing. You've heard him here before on the radio program. So this is how it breaks out, everybody. The Draft Master, you're going to get absolutely free when you purchase a solar attic fan for $1,500. The attic inspection is worth $150. The roof inspection is worth $150. Oh, and he's throwing in a duct inspection for free. That's a $7,500 value. over $675 in freebies. Wow. When you get the Solar Attic fan. So the Solar Attic fan would replace other static ventilation. This is ventilation that basically uses convection. When it gets hot enough in the attic, it'll eventually seep out of those air hawks, which are generally those square-looking static vents, the ridge vent, which is right in the middle of the roof, but they're not active. A Solar Attic fan comes on when it's warm outside. It doesn't cost anything to run because it uses solar power. And if the humidity is too high, it'll come on as well to pull the heat and humidity out. Okay, only 10 of my listeners are going to get this. So 10 callers today. Here is the phone number over at Sugar Roofing. Call now, 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. Only $1,500 for the Solar Attic fan. It's a fantastic deal. By the way, lifetime warranty. If anything happens to it, it will be repaired or replaced. And if something happens to it, they'll generally just replace it. It's just easier to do that. It's an all-in-one unit. It is HOA approved. It is a fantastic product for $1,500. You're going to get over $675 worth of free things like the Draft Master I talked about. This is a zipper foil piece of equipment that keeps the heat up in the summertime and the cold air in the attic in the wintertime. Keeps it away from your conditioned space. The Draft Master, I've got one. Actually, I've got a couple for my home. You need to have them as well for all your attic entrances. $300, freebie. Attic inspection, $150. Free today. Roof inspection, $150. Free today. A duct inspection, $75. Free today. Even if you don't buy the Solar Attic fan, you're going to get a free attic inspection, a free roof inspection, a free duct inspection. Not going to pay for anything. No obligation. Put your credit cards back in your wallet and put your checkbook aside. 281-571-3989. Again, the number a little slower, 281-571-3989. Now, Jerry, who's my producer, he's been with me for over 20 years. He actually keeps count of these because when you call this phone number, it goes through Jerry's office first, and then he gives it to Carlos over at Sugar Roofing. 281-571-3989. I always ask you to write in. And when you write in, we can answer your questions, whether it's Carlos from Sugar Roofing or it's me personally. And here's a question that's come in from Mike from Sugarland. And he says, Joe, I feel like I'm working just to pay the electric company. My AC runs nonstop from noon until midnight, and my bill is nearly $500. Is my AC unit dying, or is there something else going on? I always talk about this. Check the insulation level. Is there enough insulation? Ventilation. We've been talking about that here today on the show. Do you have enough ventilation? It's important to have that hot air inside the attic be sucked out with a solar attic fan. Once again, these fans use solar power. You don't have to pay for electricity. They don't have to be hooked up to an electricity source, which means they don't have the fire risk that an true electric plug-in to your wiring system would have. So, Mike, here's what I would suggest to reduce your electric bill. Have Carlos come out, do an attic inspection, do a roof inspection. Let's check that ventilation, right? He'll do that for free. He'll come out and look at that. It's very likely by doing a few tweaks. Oh, and he'll also do the duct inspection, right? So he's going to look at the ductwork, which is important in this, and the ventilation. He'll take a look at your insulation too, your roof deck and your shingles, and give you an honest assessment of what is going on in your attic and on your roof. What I love about this from Sugar Roofing is they're not charging anything. If you decide you want a solar attic fan, you'll get the Draft Master, which is this insulator for your stairway or for any other entrance into your attic space. Call now. The number over at Sugar Roofing is 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. If you have a question, like Mike from Sugarland did, it's very simple. You can email me, joe@checkapro.com. That's joe@checkapro.com. When Carlos is out there, he's a roofing expert and a ventilation expert. Once again, the roof and the attic go hand in hand. If you have an unhealthy roof, it could be because you have an unhealthy attic. They talk about this with human health. If you have poor oral health, it's likely you have other problems with your body as well. So there are indicators. If you're having leaks on your roof, if your roof shingles are starting to peel up, if you're losing the granules too quickly on your roof shingle and you find them on the ground or in your gutter, those are indications that possibly your attic is too hot. And there are easy, simple ways to reduce the temperature. This 30-watt solar attic fan, I've talked about it for years. I've got one in my home, lifetime warranty, so I'll always have it on my roof. And it is phenomenal. Oh, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, more of your questions. Karen from Katy has a question, has something to do with the second floor. Well, we'll see what she has to say, and I'll be answering that question up next right here on the Check a Pro Radio Show. Stand by.
Dennis Prager here. Just go to checkapro.com. You'll find names, phone numbers, affiliations, and license numbers, everything you need to feel confident about hiring a contractor and getting your project done right. Checkapro.com.
Is your home fighting a losing battle against the Texas heat? This is Jim Klauck, a.k.a. Check a Pro Joe, and today Sugar Roofing is staging an intervention for your electric bill. Right now, Carlos and his team are offering a triple threat inspection. That's a professional roof inspection, an attic inspection, and a duct inspection, all for free. But they're going further. If you secure a 30-watt solar attic fan today, they're going to throw in the famous DraftMaster Attic Stairway Insulator, a $300 value absolutely free. Stop letting your expensive AC leak into the attic and start pulling that trapped heat out with the power of the sun. It's the ultimate 1-2 punch for total home comfort. I only have 10 of these bundles available for this broadcast today. Don't wait for the next heat wave. Call now 281-571-3989. That's 281-571-3989. Get protected, get the DraftMaster, and get peace of mind. Once again, 281-571-3989.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
This is the Check a Pro Radio Show, sponsored by checkapro.com. To find pre-qualified local service providers, click on checkapro.com. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Jim Klauck.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. Hopefully, I'm answering all of your home improvement questions, especially as it pertains to your roof and your attic space, saving money on your electric bill, extending the life of your HVAC system, your ductwork, even your insulation. I talk about this 30-watt solar attic fan all the time. And, yeah, Jerry's talking in my ear. Jerry's my producer. He's reminding me. We only have 10 of these offers left. During the first segment, 3 of them went. And he wants me to give out the phone number again. He keeps track of all this stuff. It's great. So if you didn't have a chance to call in the last segment and you're not driving and you're in a safe place, you've been waiting for the phone number, here it is again, 281-571-3989. Call Carlos and his team at Sugar Roofing to get a free roof inspection, a free attic inspection. If you get the solar attic fan, which I have, for $1,500, just $1,500, lifetime warranty, you'll get a $300 DraftMaster. This is a great product to keep that heat out of your home in the summer. It is phenomenal. We lose so much through that attic stairway or any other door into the attic. They're generally not insulated well. This is actually NASA technology. $300 for this, absolutely free today. But on top of that, DraftMaster being $300, free. An attic inspection, $150, free. Roof inspection, $150, free. And a duct inspection, $75, absolutely free. Over $675 worth of freebies today, but only 7 of these are left. Call now, 281-571-3989. There is no obligation. Put your credit cards back in your wallet and put your checkbook back in your desk. Seriously. Free inspection for your attic, free inspection for your roof. If you want to get the awesome solar attic fan, which I can argue is being discounted today by $300 because you're going to be getting the DraftMaster for free. This is just a phenomenal opportunity. I have all this in my home. It saves me money. I sleep better at night. And this thing's lifetime warranty. And the DraftMaster will never wear out. I'm telling you, that will never, ever wear out. I have a few of them in my home. I've got 3 different attic spaces. A little complicated, but I've got everything covered. Call now, 281-571-3989. So Karen from Katy writes in. She has a second floor question. Karen writes in with a problem many of us have. She says, Jim, the downstairs of my house is like a refrigerator. But the moment I walk up the stairs, it's like I'm entering a different climate zone. Why are my bedrooms so much hotter than the rest of the house? And can Carlos actually fix that without buying a whole new AC unit? Yeah, that's a good question. You don't necessarily want to buy a new AC unit. By the way, you should have your HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system, checked out twice a year, basically tuned up twice a year by a trained technician, licensed and insured. By the way, on my program, we have Bel Air air conditioning, and if you need them, you can go to checkapro.com and look up Bel Air, and they'll be able to help you out. So basically, it's cold downstairs, but it is hot upstairs. That's a challenge. What's happening is, it could be a number of things. It could be the AC unit upstairs isn't delivering enough cold air for upstairs. Now, cold air is going to drop. Okay, so heat rises. It's just that simple. So no matter what, this makes sense. If it was the other way around, I'd question it, but it's not. The cold air is downstairs. The hot air is upstairs. There could be an insulation deficiency in the attic. There could be too much air traveling between the conditioned home and the attic space as well. Ventilation could be an issue. This is truly an opportunity for Carlos to come out to your home in Katy, Karen, and have him do a free roof inspection, free attic inspection, see if you need better ventilation. Here is his number. It's 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. One of my favorite subjects is the attic space and the roof. As homeowners, we don't think a lot about our house. As people who own cars, we don't think a lot about the car. We don't think a lot about anything, but generally our jobs and our kids and other relationships and so forth, or hobbies we like. We just want things to work. And so I love helping people save money on their utility bills and be more comfortable in their home. And a lot of it starts in your attic. It's true. It's that simple. It is science. You have to make sure there's enough ambient air from outside coming in through the attic and being pulled out through ventilation at the upper part of your attic. You can do it through regular convection. So you may have soffit vents, which are at the bottom of your attic in the eaves of your roof. And the air is pulled up as best it can through static vents at the top, like a ridge vent. When you put a solar attic fan in, it moves the air faster. When you move the air faster more frequently, the attic is less hot. When the attic is less hot, the air conditioning system will last longer because it's running less. So you'll save money on utility bills and wear and tear on your HVAC system. The roof decking will last longer because it won't be hot. If the roof decking isn't hot, the shingles won't lose the granules and want to peel up. You don't want them to get all gunky and sticky. It's really that simple. So you've got to call right now to get your absolutely free roof inspection, the attic inspection. You'll get a duct inspection. You'll get the DraftMaster worth $300 for free if you get a solar attic fan for only $1,500. This is absolutely crazy. I've got my house all set up. You need to get yours as well. The exact same product I'm talking about is in my attic/roof. 281-571-3989. 6 left, Jerry tells me. 4 have gone. And I kind of like this. I like knowing that people are taking advantage of this during the program, and I like to know how many are left. So Carlos doesn't make money on this. This is truly an opportunity to get to know you better. He believes, and I believe I've got great listeners here at KSEV on my Check a Pro radio show. He believing that means that you guys who patronize Check a Pro are good customers. He's looking for an opportunity to get in your attic and get on your roof, establish a great relationship with you. So if you do need a roof repair, if you do need ventilation, if you need a new roof one day, he would be your choice. It's really that simple. I do this all the time with Garage Door Doctor and with Bel Air Air Conditioning, Gen Pro Generators. Whomever is on my show here in Houston are people I trust that I'd have in my home. If I trust them to have them on my show or in my home, you can as well. Here is the number for Sugar Roofing, 281-571-3989. Get the Solar Attic fan I have. Get the Draft Master I have. It's a phenomenal deal. 281-571-3989. If you have a question, like Mike from Sugarland or Karen from Katy, email me. It's the best way to reach me. Joe, I call myself Check a Pro Joe here on the radio. Joe, Joe, at checkapro.com. That's checkapro.com. It's really, really that simple. If you've just tuned in, we're talking about the health of your home, starting in the attic. We want to keep the attic at a decent temperature. It's always going to be hotter than the ambient temperature outside, but it shouldn't be 140 degrees out there. On the hottest day, when it's 100 degrees outside here in Houston, it should be more like 118, 120, 121. Getting it as low as possible is important. And we know how hot it is up there. If you've been in your attic, you know how hot it is most of the year. The Solar Attic fan keeps spinning all day long. It runs on the sun's power. You do not have to plug it into electricity, which means you save money on power there. It has a lifetime warranty. If anything ever happens, and mine's been spinning for years. Oh, it's super quiet too. Absolutely quiet. It's been spinning for years, and it goes off at night because the sun goes down. And then in the morning, it comes back on. It'll also come on even when it's not too hot, but if the humidity is too high. So it has not only a built-in thermostat to make sure it's on when it needs to be on, but it has a built-in humidistat, which measures the humidity. So on those December days or January days when it's really not that hot in the attic, but it happens to be very moist like it can get here in the greater Houston area, it's kind of swampy where we live, it'll turn on as well to move that swampy air, that very humid air, which makes it very difficult for the insulation to do its job. Mold, mildew issues. This is just a great all-around product. Call now, no obligation phone call. You can put your checkbook back in your drawer of your desk, put your credit card back in your wallet. There is no cost to this. Call now, no obligation, 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. The roof is the first line of defense. That's what's going to take the hit from the wind, the rain, the sun, the hail, a tree branch. You need to make sure it's healthy. Carlos not only looks at the inside of the roof, meaning the attic space, but he will do a full, free, no obligation inspection of the outside of your house on the roof. He'll look at the gutters, he'll look at the roof jacks, all of these penetrations that come through the roof, like all these vents that come out, those are places where you could get a roof leak. He'll look at all of that. If you need a repair, he'll let you know. If everything's fine, he'll let you know. And if you need a new roof and you've been shopping for one, ask Carlos for a quote on a new roof. But here's the beautiful thing. There is no cost to this. If you want to get the solar attic fan, fine, $1,500. You'll get the DraftMaster absolutely free. That's worth $300. But if you just want to have Carlos and his team come out and take a look at your roof and your attic and tell you what's going on, it is free. 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. We'll be going to break in a moment. Bill wrote in, and he has a question, Bill from Pearland, and he says, I can actually feel a heat wave coming off my pull-down attic stairs in the hallway. We've been talking about that. He needs a DraftMaster. It's like a heater is turned on in the ceiling. Is that DraftMaster thing you mentioned really enough to stop that much heat, or do I need to seal the whole door with duct tape? I'll answer the question after the break. I will say this. Hey, Bill from Pearland, you can put the duct tape away today. Here's the phone number again over at Sugar Roofing, 281-571-3989. Again, 281-571-3989. We'll be right back right after this right here on the Check A Pro Radio Show. Stand by.
This is Sebastian Gorka. If you're looking for a quality home service provider, log on to checkapro.com. That's checkapro.com.
Is your home fighting a losing battle against the Texas heat? This is Jim Klauck, a.k.a. Check A Pro Joe, and today Sugar Roofing is staging an intervention for your electric bill. Right now, Carlos and his team are offering a triple threat inspection. That's a professional roof inspection, an attic inspection, and a duct inspection, all for free. But they're going further. If you secure a 30-watt solar attic fan today, they're going to throw in the famous DraftMaster attic stairway insulator, a $300 value absolutely free. Stop letting your expensive AC leak into the attic and start pulling that trapped heat out with the power of the sun. It's the ultimate 1-2 punch for total home comfort. I only have 10 of these bundles available for this broadcast today. Don't wait for the next heat wave. Call now 281-571-3989. That's 281-571-3989. Get protected, get the DraftMaster, and get peace of mind. Once again, 281-571-3989.
This is the Check A Pro Radio Show, sponsored by checkapro.com. What are the latest services, products, and techniques? The pros check in here. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Jim Klauck.
Hey, everybody. I am here. Love what I do. I'm telling you, this is such an honor to be able to talk to you each and every week. And by the way, I'm on multiple times here on KSEV, the voice of Texas. Been on the station for, about 20 years, maybe over 20 years now. And I love you guys. And apparently, from some of the feedback we get, you love us here at Check A Pro as well, and trust us with contractors in your home. If you need anything for your home in terms of home improvement, could be an HVAC person, electrician, plumber, roofer, like we're talking about Carlos over here at Sugar Roofing, simply go to checkapro.com, checkapro.com. We've been doing this since 2005, so over 20 years here in the greater Houston area. We cover pretty much everything you need for your home in the greater Houston area. If you've just tuned in, we are talking about home efficiency today, which I love talking about. We're talking about saving money and being more comfortable in your home. One great way to do that is to have a healthy attic. Now, what does that mean? A healthy attic means you need, number one, proper ventilation. Also, the attic needs a proper roofing system. And then you can go down from there. It's going to need proper insulation. It's going to need a proper passageway with what we call a DraftMaster. The DraftMaster is this technology that NASA came up with years ago. It has an aluminum foil that zips. And this is a great product to keep that hot air in the summertime in the attic, and the cold air in the wintertime in the attic, and keep your conditioned space where it needs to be in your home. Here is the phone number if you want to take advantage of this great deal from Sugar Roofing, 281-571-3989. And that deal is the following. You are going to get for free today an attic inspection, a roof inspection, a duct inspection. Okay, that's $375 right there for free. No obligation phone call. Put the credit cards away. Put your checkbook aside. Don't worry about it. It's a no obligation phone call. I'll give out the number again. If you want to get the Draft Master for free, the foil zip-up system, it's worth $300. You can get it free if you purchase a solar attic fan from Sugar Roofing today. Here is their phone number, 281-571-3989. Again, a little slower, 281-571-3989. Now, a question has come in from Bill in Pearland. Bill says, I can actually feel a heat wave coming off my pull-down attic stairs in the hallway. It's like a heater is turned on in the ceiling. Is that Draft Master thing you mentioned really enough to stop that much heat, or do I need to seal the whole door with duct tape? You do not need duct tape, Bill. All you need is a Draft Master. This is a great product. It's $300, but you can get it free today by calling Sugar Roofing. And what this does is it literally, with this foil technology, keeps that heat up in the attic in the summertime. You don't even need to close your attic stairway anymore, which is just plywood. A little thin piece of plywood is what's going between your conditioned space in your house and the unconditioned space in the attic. If you ever notice when you go up in the attic, there's a whole lot of insulation up there, but there's nothing really protecting that entryway. However, the Draft Master does, and the Draft Master could stand alone. It really is an insulator all on its own. It's a fantastic question. It's a fantastic product, and you can get one free today. Call now, 281-571-3989. Get a roof inspection. Get an attic inspection. Get your ductwork inspected. Doesn't cost anything for these inspections. They're absolutely free. If you don't know a lot about your attic and your roof, you will after Carlos and his team come out and take a look and educate you. They're all about educating. They want to be your ventilation and roofer. They do. And everyone should have ventilation experts and roofers and HVAC experts, electricians, plumbers. We should all have a dentist and a general practitioner. We should all have someone who can repair, like a mechanic, our car, right? So we need experts in our lives. A lot of people just don't think much about their roof and their attic. You should. There's no obligation. Like I said, please put your credit card away. Put your checkbook aside. Call now, 281-571-3989. 281-571-3989. Comfort is huge too. So you'll save some money by getting your attic in shape. You just will. You're going to save money every day on your electricity bill. You're going to save money over time on maintenance of your HVAC system, your air conditioning system for the most part. And you're going to save money on wear and tear and lifetime of your HVAC system. So if an HVAC system ordinarily lasts 10 or 12 years, you might get 15 years out of it. That's what I'm working on. I'm trying to keep my attic cooler, trying to keep my roof deck in better shape, so my air conditioning is in better shape. So, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about health. So at my age now, and I'm about the age of many of you who are listening, okay, I'm going into what they call the last third of life. It's hard to say. Maybe I'll live longer than that. But so in any case, I'm taking care of myself. So if I walk and I lift some weights and I eat well, that's all going to help my blood vessels, my arteries, my veins, my heart, my liver, my kidneys, all of my organs. If you help your attic and your roof, you'll help your HVAC system and other things in your home that you depend upon. It's really, really that simple. Some of us also have water heaters that are up in the attic and other utilities in the attic. You want those to last longer as well? Make sure your attic is ventilated well. Make sure your roof's in good shape. Take care of yourself as a human and take care of your property, your home as well. Jerry says there are only 3 of these left. Wow. 7 have gone. These are great offers. A free attic inspection, a free roof inspection, a free duct inspection. All of that is worth $375. Absolutely free. No credit cards, no cash, no checks required today. Call 281-571-3989. 281-571-3989. If you would like to get the DraftMaster, it costs $300, but you can get it free today by getting the solar attic fan. I'm telling you, even without going out to your home, I guarantee you, you could probably use at least one solar attic fan. It's much better than ridge vents and these air hawks and these other static ventilation products, which are basically just holes in your roof that aren't active. They're static. Active means that fan is going to pull out that hot, humid air intentionally. The other ventilation that you most likely have in your roof is just convection. It's just heat trying to escape. It's not active. It's kind of lazy on the couch. It's not getting up and going for a walk type thing. All I can say is get your free inspections today. Call Carlos and his team, Sugar Roofing. You can check them out online. They're a fantastic company, great reviews. 281-571-3989. You can also go to checkapro.com and click on roofing, and you will see them there as well. 281-571-3989. Susan writes in from Memorial. Joe, I know a hot attic is uncomfortable, but I heard it actually ruins your roof shingles from the inside out. Is it true that cooling down my attic with a solar fan will actually make my roof last longer? And we've been talking about this, Susan, and yes, the answer is yes, 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 yes. It's very simple. I think we're all getting this now. Get your attic air, that hot air, cooler. When it's cooler, your air conditioning system runs less. You'll save money on your electric bill. You will save money on maintenance of your HVAC system. You will save money on the inevitable replacement of one, but you'll replace it later versus sooner, so you get more life out of it. Your roof decking and shingles will last longer, so you'll have a longer lasting roof. Everything will be better. It's kind of like asking, hey, Joe, is it better for me to get off the couch, eat less ultra-processed foods, and walk for half an hour every day? Yeah, it would be. Okay, so that's kind of the analogy I'm drawing here. Do something active. Get off the couch, go for the walk, eat better food. Okay, get the humidity and heat out of your attic. Make everything healthy so the HVAC system lasts longer, so the roof deck lasts longer, so the shingles last longer, your heart lasts longer, your kidneys, your liver, right? All that lasts longer. It just makes a whole lot of sense. Sometimes when I draw these lines to health, people understand more, especially as we all age. What can I say? Here's the phone number again for Sugar Roofing, 281-571-3989. Jerry says there's just a few left, so call now, 281-571-3989. We'll be back with more right here on the Check A Pro Radio Show right after this. Stand by.
If you want to get a home improvement project done, but you don't know who to call, I can help. This is Dave Ramsey. Don't call. Log on to checkapro.com.
Is your home fighting a losing battle against the Texas heat? This is Jim Klauck, a.k.a. Check A Pro Joe, and today Sugar Roofing is staging an intervention for your electric bill. Right now, Carlos and his team are offering a triple threat inspection. That's a professional roof inspection, an attic inspection, and a duct inspection, all for free. But they're going further. If you secure a 30-watt solar attic fan today, they're going to throw in the famous DraftMaster Attic Stairway Insulator, a $300 value absolutely free. Stop letting your expensive AC leak into the attic and start pulling that trapped heat out with the power of the sun. It's the ultimate 1-2 punch for total home comfort. I only have 10 of these bundles available for this broadcast today. Don't wait for the next heat wave. Call now 281-571-3989. That's 281-571-3989. Get protected, get the DraftMaster, and get peace of mind. Once again, 281-571-3989.
Do you have a question for Check-A-Pro Joe? Email Joe at checkapro.com.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.
The best way to reach me at Check-A-Pro is my email, joe@checkapro.com, joe@checkapro.com. It is so great to have you here on the show today. I love hearing from you. I'm not giving out a phone number today to talk to me on the air. I'm giving out a phone number to my friend Carlos over at Sugar Roofing. He's going to be able to help you out with any roofing or attic ventilation questions you have, the needs you have. There is a relationship between your attic space inside and just outside, which is the roof. We've been talking about it all show. Oh, Jerry is reminding me, only 2 of these offers left. Here's the phone number. Call now if you haven't called. This is a no-obligation, free attic inspection and free roof inspection. Free. 281-571-3989. 281-571-3989. You've got to call now. This offer ends at the end of the show. The reason why it ends at the end of the show is this is basically a lost leader for sure for Carlos. He does it only on my radio program because he trusts me, because he knows that you trust me. I like to think you guys do. I wouldn't have anyone on my radio show or in my home that I wouldn't allow in your home. So think about this. Everyone who's on checkapro.com has been vetted by me personally. Check insurance, licenses, and references. If they don't pass my test, I wouldn't have them in my home. And I certainly wouldn't invite them into your home. You can trust Carlos and his team at Sugar Roofing. Their phone number, 281-571-3989. Once again, questions, emailing is the best way. joe@checkapro.com. joe@checkapro.com. Here's another question that's come in. David from Richmond. He says, I have one specific guest room that stays stifling hot no matter what I do with the thermostat in the summertime. If I install one of these 30-watt solar attic fans, is it powerful enough to pull the heat out of those dead zones in the corners of my attic? Don't know if I can answer that fully. Now, there are other fans, too. There are 70-watt solar attic fans. There are multiple solar attic fans. In other words, there's a 25-watt one. Maybe you need 2 25 watts to equal 50 to move the air enough. Or maybe just one 30-watt. Maybe 2 30 watts. I don't know. You also may have an insulation deficiency up in the attic. The best way to figure this out, and here's the beautiful thing, everybody. We all have problems with our attic. We all have problems with hot and cold spots in our home. We've all had problems at some point with a leaky roof or potentially leaky roof or having to replace one. Today, if you call right now, you can get on the schedule at your convenience, absolutely free, and get a free roof inspection and a free attic inspection. Carlos and his team will go up into the attic and tell you what's going on. There may be an issue. You may have rats up there or squirrels or raccoons and not even know it. That does happen. They'll tell you what's going on up there because we generally don't want to go up on our own attics. I get it. No cost. That's right. Put your credit card back in the wallet. Put your checkbook aside. No cost. You're going to get a free attic inspection, a free roof inspection, a free duct inspection. All that's worth over $375. You'll get a free DraftMaster if you decide to get ventilation I recommend, because I've got one, the 30-watt solar attic fan. But there is no obligation to call. There is no cost for Carlos and his team to come out from Sugar Roofing. So call right now, 281-571-3989. Once again,
571-3989. Great questions today, by the way. And we do like to take the questions during the week and put them on the appropriate show. I do an HVAC show with Bel Air, and I do a generator show with GenPro, and I do all kinds of different shows. Oh, I do the Garage Door Doctor show with Cody Johnson from Garage Door Doctor, where we talk about your garage door health, and we give away these 10 free premium rollers. And so depending upon the show I do, because I'm on the air a lot doing this for you guys, we generally tailor the question for the show. So we had a lot of questions today about your attic and about heat, saving money, and so forth. The message I want you to take away today is this. As we go into the heat of the year, okay, we are going into the hottest months in Houston, Texas. Now is the time to get your attic inspected and your roof inspected for free, and your ductwork, for that matter, inspected for free from Sugar Roofing. You just have to call today. If you need a solar attic fan, it's only $1,500, and you're going to get a $300 DraftMaster. And by the way, they install everything for free. Lifetime warranty on everything. I know it sounds too good to be true. I got it at my home. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. 281-571-3989. You've got to call now. When the show is over, the offer is done. But there's no reason not to call. Even if you have a newer house, it doesn't cost you any money. Zero, nada, zilch, no credit card, no cash, no check. I'm telling you, no obligation. Call now, 281-571-3989. It's really a no-brainer. For those of you who are stubborn and you're like, I don't know about this. No, there's nothing to know about it. All right? This is something that Carlos and his team at Sugar Roofing want to do for my listeners. They're hoping that one day when you do need something, that you would call on them. So they're going to give you their card when they come. They're going to give you some information. They're going to tell you what's going on with your roof, with your attic. It's like going to the doctor for free and getting all these tests done when you do an annual. Can you imagine going to the doctor and they do all the blood work for free and they check your heart and EKG and all the other vitals? What does that cost, Doc? Oh, nothing. But if something does go wrong, please feel free to call me so we can go deeper. That's what they want to do at Sugar Roofing. It's phenomenal. 281-571-3989. That is the number, 281-571-3989. So on today's show, we had questions from Mike in Sugarland, and he was concerned about his $500 AC bill. His AC runs nonstop. So we talked a little bit about why that may be and how you can correct it. Certainly, check your insulation. Check your ductwork, your ventilation. You might need a solar attic fan. See what's going on. It's probably a big ventilation issue. Karen from Katy wrote in, and Karen had an issue. She said the downstairs of her house is like a refrigerator. The moment she goes upstairs, it's like entering a different climate zone. It's just so much hotter up there. And she asked, can Carlos actually fix that without me having to buy a whole new AC unit? Probably. It's probably not the AC unit. The AC unit may need to be fixed. Maybe there's a refrigerant issue and it needs to be topped off. There could be all kinds of issues, but I would certainly look at everything else first before replacing your AC unit. Bill from Pearland did write in today. I can actually feel a heat wave coming off my pull-down attic stairs in the hallway. It's like a heater's turned on in the ceiling. I know that feeling, Bill. Is that DraftMaster you mentioned really enough to stop that much heat, or do I need to seal it off with duct tape? Yeah, we talked about the duct tape. No, Bill, no duct tape. The DraftMaster will do it, and you'll get that absolutely free when Carlos and his team come out and put in that solar attic fan. Susan, let me see. Susan wrote in from Memorial. Let me see. Joe,
I know a hot attic is uncomfortable, but I heard it actually ruins your roof shingles from the inside out. Is that cooling down my attic with a solar attic fan actually make my roof last longer? Yeah, we talked about that. Absolutely. Anything you can do to keep the heat on the inside of the roof decking and the bottom of the shingles, anything you can do to keep it cooler is going to allow your attic and your roof to last longer. And then finally, David in Richmond asks, I have one specific guest room that stays stifling hot no matter what I do with the thermostat. If I install one of these 30-watt solar attic fans, is it powerful enough to pull the heat out of those dead zones in the corners of my attic? And I answered that carefully. You may want to look at those dead zones. Do you have enough insulation in those areas, those corners of your attic? It could be definitely a ventilation issue. Solar attic fans almost always help, and sometimes you need more than one. I don't know what else to say, except for call Carlos and his team over at Sugar Roofing. No obligation phone call. Yeah, put your credit cards away, your checkbook aside, 281-571-3989. You know, if you've been listening to me for years, you know I've been talking about this for years. I mean, for years. I've talked about the health of the attic, keeping it cool, using solar attic fan ventilation, using the Draft Master to keep that heat outside of your conditioned space. And these things are so convenient. They have a zipper on them. And like I said earlier on the show, you don't even need to close your door again. I mean, you should because it looks better, but you don't need to. This is NASA technology. It's a foil zipper product, and it's like insulation, but it's thin, and you go right through it, and it's durable. It's awesome. You'll get that absolutely free when you get your solar attic fan. Of course, you're going to get your duct inspection for free. You're going to get your attic inspection, your roof inspection for free. There is not much time left. You've got to call now, 281-571-3989. You can always go to Google as well and type in Sugar Roofing, and you will see Sugar Roofing's website and all of their great reviews. Phone number one more time, 281-571-3989. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time right here on Checka Pro Radio. Have a safe day.
Thanks for listening to the Checka Pro Radio Show. For more information on how to select the right contractor for your project, visit our website, checkaproradioshow.com. Join us again next week at the same time.
Is your home fighting a losing battle against the Texas heat? This is Jim Klauck, a.k.a. Checka Pro Joe, and today Sugar Roofing is staging an intervention for your electric bill. Right now, Carlos and his team are offering a triple threat inspection. That's a professional roof inspection, an attic inspection, and a duct inspection, all for free. But they're going further. If you secure a 30-watt solar attic fan today, they're going to throw in the famous Draft Master attic stairway insulator, a $300 value absolutely free. Stop letting your expensive AC leak into the attic and start pulling that trapped heat out with the power of the sun. It's the ultimate 1-2 punch for total home comfort. I only have 10 of these bundles available for this broadcast today. Don't wait for the next heat wave. Call now, 281-571-3989. That's 281-571-3989. Get protected, get the Draft Master, and get peace of mind. Once again, 281-571-3989.